Ready? 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Ouch!
Sorry. Honestly, Elja.
Honestly what? To die alone is the noble death. Arm up and turn.
What are you even talking about?
I'm just saying, at 17, you're nearly in decline. I can almost see the crow's feet taking hold. Checha, is that you?
If you use even half as much energy when you work at the cash register as you spend dancing.
Helena, dance is the most powerful medicine there is. And thus, the most important thing in the world.
Oh, really?
Yes, really.
Father Novak wouldn't approve.
Oh no, Father Novak wouldn't approve. No telling what evils dance will lead to. They'll never accept you at the convent.
Hush, we'll meet the Heinrichs.
Herr Piggy and his piggy Frau and their piggy Kinder could sleep through an air raid. If only.
Count your blessings.
Ah yes, I feel so blessed.
What time is it?
Close enough to curfew.
Clear the streets for the Brown Battalion. Clear the streets for the Storm Division. Millions are looking upon the swastika full of hope. The day of freedom and bread dawns. Heil Hitler.
Wonder if they believe any of that nonsense themselves. Such filth.
Hela?
I'll be in good hands. Judging by my abilities, we should be home long before they begin to make any rounds. Stefania is hosting, down on Marienstadt, a couple blocks away. It's just gonna be a few of us. I doubt we'll be doing much dancing anyway.
Oh, won't you? Will Zygmunt be there?
No! I mean, he might be, I wouldn't know.
Right foot? Family honor being what it is, you may need your esteemed tutor there with you. I just don't see how I can let this work in progress, my own flesh and blood, present herself to the creme de la creme of Warsaw. Not to mention one Zygmunt Koska with it.
Evening, ladies.
Don't!
You idiot! Your brother said you'd been caught in the last roundup.
Where have you been?
If the goat didn't jump, you'd have a miserable life.
If the goat didn't jump, he wouldn't have broken his leg.
What happened to you?
Are you sure you're up to it? It's quite the harrowing tale.
Go on.
Alright, well, only if you insist. The Schwinia have us rounded up in the streets, completely random like. These pistols aimed, one at each head. They're pushing us along, the occasional kick, but your Piot had no fear, though, as you might have guessed. We ended up on the edge of town, and were being hustled into these train cars. Thinking ahead, I stumbled around a bit, got myself in the back of the line, got myself thrown in the last car. And believe you me, we were packed in tighter than fish in a tin. About 40 of us or so. And as the door slammed shut, shh, and the lock clicked twice, that dreaded thought slowly on us. We knew where the trains were bound. We knew what would happen to us when we got there. Oh, ladies, I can see the worry in your eyes, but don't you fret. I came prepared. Had a file with me. All it took was a little hole in the wall. I uncoupled the car, and a lot of us stumbled out before anybody even noticed. Home free. And they say we're the thick ones.
You were lucky. Simple luck.
I like to think of it as unending wit and brash, but sure.
Are you in hiding? Do you think the Gestapo are after you?
I, Piotr Koska, your local guard of finesse discovered? Pursued? Nah, too sly. I'd give them about a week before they'd even realize we're gone.
I'd give you credit if you hadn't come in here and paraded yourself before an audience. But I don't suppose that's like you.
The day I lose my vanity will be the day I die. Speaking of, they'll be coming tonight, yes?
Wait, Piotr's going? Why can't I?
Oh, my love. I still think you're a bit too dim to join the underground.
The underground? But Haley, you told me...
It's a dance, that's all. We'll be out after curfew, so it's through the underground, but we're not a part...
Oh, Saint Helena, Our Lady of Virtue's lying to her little sister?
You're involved, Taylor? With the uprising? What are you going to tell me?
I'm not.
You should see her with a gun. She puts the guys to shame.
I would have told you. It's only been a few weeks, I swear.
No, you misunderstand. That's fantastic. I mean, I'd heard about them, about the resistance. Of course I have. I always wanted an in.
You could have asked me.
I didn't think Helena would have let me.
I wouldn't have, and I still won't.
What? Why?
You're just a kid. You're smart, yes, but they don't want 13-year-olds.
They would take anybody.
They took you after all.
Piotr, would you give us a minute? Thanks. It's getting riskier by the day. This whole operation, this whole fight, it's why Tata's gone. What? I wasn't going to tell you. I wasn't planning on it, but the reason he was... Tata was working with the resistance those last few months, smuggling food and medicine into the ghetto right before the Jewish uprising, and that's probably why he's gone now.
Why didn't anyone ever tell me?
We were trying to protect you.
From what? He was doing the right thing.
And look where it got him.
But you lied to me.
We didn't lie, Aja.
Yes, you...
It's not a game. All right? Not a puzzle for you to figure out. It's a war.
Oddly enough, I understand that bit.
Do you? Because he was wanting the same thing as you and they took him from us. For doing the right thing. Whatever you want to call it. You're too young. I'm not losing you two. It's getting late.
That's a shame.
She knows I'd be useful.
Well, it is awfully dangerous. I wouldn't be surprised if the whole German army showed up. They'd eat you alive.
You know I could handle it. I could be an asset.
Asset?
An asset. If not a necessity.
Oh, that's funny.
How so?
Asset? I just think it's a bit above your skill set. Pardon me, not above, just not quite what we're looking for. You've got the skill and the girlish appeal.
Which is more helpful than your puerile posture and impetuous immaturity.
Huh?
Exactly what I mean.
A fancy vocabulary won't win back our city.
But proper communication might.
Like your sister so knowingly related to you, it's not a puzzle. It's just combat love.
It's never just combat, don't.
Dunce.
Ignoramus.
This is going absolutely nowhere, so best be going. The meeting can't start without yours truly.
Take me with you.
Can't. You heard your sister. Sorry.
Don't.
Well, are you coming or not?
Curfew is now in effect until 6 a.m. on pain of death. Only German citizens are permitted to move freely. Heil Hitler.
Soviets crossed the old border days ago. They're right across the river.
I hate to say it, but he's right.
But we're nowhere
The
near.
time is now.
We're nowhere near ready. Our supplies aren't in order or enough in the least. There's no way.
Orders are orders, and thus we serve. I'm telling you, any day now, we're gonna get a call, and that'll be that. It's not up to us.
Besides, Germany's getting weaker by the day. Armed or not, we'll only have so many chances. Armed or not, smart our Warsaw safe.
The Red Army
will come. The Army of Kurla has connections all over. You gotta have some faith.
Oh, faith? Sure, we all better be counting our bread.
You'll be singing a different tune when the city falls.
Commander Komarovsky knows what he's doing.
The Reds are prodding us.
What are you even listening to? It's our one who will deliver us, not the godless Soviets.
Jesus,
You
Martin,
think so?
it doesn't matter what the Soviets are saying. Will you get off the Moscow
There's
station?
valuable information.
Keep the line open.
The little imp stole my last pair of nylons and cut them apart to make parachutes for his toy soldiers. Well, obviously they didn't work. In fact, when he threw them down the stairs, they dented the hardwood floor. Tato was absolutely furious. Oh, they got such a scolding. In my opinion, though, it should have been much more than a scolding. He doesn't have to parade around bare-legged. Helena, are you even listening to me? I'm living in squalor. Of course, you wouldn't understand what I would give for little sister.
I'm sure that must be very difficult for you.
Very much so. You know, you have it so well off. Plenty to do, an adorable little sister, not to mention a sweetie.
And who would that be?
Do not give me any of that nonsense. The two of you have been eyeing each other for the past hour.
Oh, you don't mean Zygmunt, do you?
I didn't even have to name a name.
Beata, Zygmunt's a friend. We've always been friends. You know he's close to the family.
You know he's been pining after you for years. Everyone knows, but no. Stalwart Helena de Bush, child prodigy, has no time for boys. Not even the cute ones. If I had a suitor like that, we'd already be married, living in a homely little cottage out in the suburbs. Within the year, we'd have 2 twin baby boys. I've already got the names picked out. Hanush and Hubert. Absolutely adorable, right? I dress them in little matching outfits and... Helena, you have all these blessings and you never take advantage of them.
Miss, you're insufferable.
Take a look. Your sweetie approacheth.
Evening, ladies. Did I hear my name just then?
The 2 of us were just chatting about what a lovely couple you and Helena would make. Not too novel an idea, as I'm sure you know, but she says she couldn't care less about you. Poor thing.
Couldn't care less. Well, I'm surprised. Apathy is unlike the Hela I know. Are you sure she didn't say she desires to marry me at once?
I didn't say anything. I haven't the time
For a dance. Just one teensy little...
One. Saw your brother today. He came in through the window. I mean, it's not out of character, but it was a bit of a surprise.
Did he knock?
What?
Did he knock?
On the window pane. If you can call that knocking.
I've taught him well. A true gentleman.
You Kostkas. Always getting yourselves into such trouble. You're lucky he made it out of the last one.
I know.
You ought to keep him on a shorter leash. What would have happened if...
I couldn't control him if I tried, and believe me, I've tried.
Well, Elżbieta's found out about all this, thanks to his cheek. She wanted to come along.
Say I didn't warn you. It's bound to happen sooner or later.
Sigmund, she wants to be involved.
Well, of course she does. And you won't let her?
She's 13. She's just a little girl. She's all I have left. You know I love Piotrich. I didn't know what to think after I heard he'd been picked up, but he is likable and witty and reckless, and he's gonna get my sister killed.
So it's my fault if my brother's a bit of a miscreant?
Yes, absolutely.
You know, we'll all be killed sooner or later. It's better to be of some use to the resistance first. To die a hero.
These immature, idealistic musings are exactly what I object to in the first place.
Well, sure, it's a bit romantic. But I think we understand the situation quite well. Romanticism is a motivator, and furthermore, Hanna Helena, you're easily the best shot we have.
I do understand the situation quite well, Sigmund. But frankly, I don't confuse my duty to my country with glory and martyrdom. It's a necessity, not an opportunity for heroics.
They're going ahead with it. Tomorrow, 5 o'clock.
But we're not ready.
It's not my decision.
People are going to die because we weren't ready.
People will die regardless. It's out of our hands.
And into the Lord's hands, his merciful embrace will protect us.
Better if the allies aren't coming.
The allies are coming. They're already here.
Mati, what do you think their intentions are? To take back their old partition and tack on the rest of Poland to boot? It's the same story over and over again.
They fought alongside our boys at Vilno and Lvov just last week.
You don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Fika.
He doesn't. At Lvov, they stood by us, yes, and as soon as the city was won, they rounded up our boys and sent them to the gulag. I know, my cousins were there.
Have you even listened to the transmissions?
They're conning you, Mati.
The Soviets have done nothing but lie and gut and murder our people. I'd rather die than accept their help.
Don't be so temperamental. We will take whatever help we are offered. What else are we supposed to do?
That's right. It's out of our hands. So now let's try to enjoy ourselves. We've been at this for 2 years. We've become like family to each other. And this is our last meeting before heaven knows what. Ignash, a toast.
You fine people have risked your lives every single day these past 2 years to organize and to train and to resist. And the price we've all paid to be standing here tonight has been unjustly high. We've paid it, in many cases, with our eyes open only to the future, and our ears open only to our friends. And we've lost our mothers, fathers, and friends, our little brothers and sisters. And we can't bring them back, but we can take back our city. And together our acts of defiance and bravery will keep the Polish spirit alive. Our hour is at hand. A moment made large by the collective strength of our hopes and dreams, our skill and our courage, our fury and our joy.
We will not be enslaved.
We will not be led to slaughter.
We will not be occupied.
Tomorrow we stand to avenge the blood of 1,000,000 Poles.
Na zdrowia!
I had no idea it was starting so soon.
Don't sound so happy about it. This is a solemn endeavor undertaken by only the most gallant, the most sophisticated of citizens. An example of whom you see before you.
You're an idiot.
Truly. So, may I have a dance with you, milady, on our eve of our most monumental crusade?
It would be an honor, gentle knight. Stop stepping on my foot!
I'm not.
I told you I didn't want to be involved in this.
You told me you were dying to come because you hadn't been to a dance in ages. I wasn't going to invite you until you begged me.
How was I supposed to know it was actually an anarchist meeting? You said it was a dance.
God, we're not anarchists.
But the SS will treat you as such. You know they will.
And you'd rather stay in their good graces?
You're all idiots, you know, each and every one of you. You're gonna get us all killed, even those of us who have done nothing.
They're killing us already. Where have you been for the past 5 years?
To be the responsible person. Endorsing this, participating, lying to me? You had no right. You have no right.
Keep your voice down.
What's this?
Who brought the damsel in distress?
I did.
Can we trust her?
Of course. We've been friends for years.
Please take me home, Hela.
Oh, so you can tattle on us to your father with those connections of his?
My Tata is as loyal to Poland as you are.
Except when it comes to food rations.
Stop it, Monty, you're not helping. If Alina says we can trust her, we can trust her.
But she hasn't taken the oath.
I don't understand. I just don't want to be here. I want to go home.
Don't you want to be free?
Didn't I hear you complaining earlier about living in squalor?
You could be of some use to us, you know, looking the way you do. You could spy around, maybe flirt with some Nazis.
Hey, it's okay.
Just leave her be.
I just don't want anyone to die.
It's okay. Neither do I.
I don't want to die.
You won't. Listen to me, okay? You'll be okay.
Why would she invite Beata and not me? She's what, 3 years older than me? And she doesn't even want to be here.
Who even is she anyway?
One of Hela's old school friends. She's obnoxious.
That's one word for it. The way they were going on about it, is she
No, of course not. Mati just thinks it's a bit odd that they let Beata's father keep his paper mill and run it too. And I suppose it is a bit odd. Her family's quite wealthy. Wouldn't be surprised if a few brides have changed a few hands.
Well, then Sophia's right. She could be useful to have around.
Even if you could somehow harness all that, she was far too affluent to join us. Doesn't stop her constant complaining, though.
She certainly sounds like a keeper.
Oh, my life has become so arduous ever since that war started. Mama is so often indisposed with her headaches, she treats me like a servant. Beata, the china isn't going to wash itself, the caviar isn't going to serve itself.
Oh, Elżbieta, is that you? Oh, your sister will be thrilled.
Don't tell Kayla, please don't tell her.
She's a little vexed at the moment, so your secret's safe with me. I know better than to worsen her mood.
What did you do?
Why do you assume it's my fault?
What is it not?
Fair point, I do consider myself somewhat of a firebrand, but alas. In this scenario, she was actually objecting to your involvement in the resistance.
Oh, but you don't care about that, do you? Seeing as Piotr's involved.
I am not merely involved, dear Elsa, but an integral part of our righteous rebellion.
Oh, of course you are. Zygmunt, I want to be included more than anything.
And that's perfectly justified. Should make a fine courier, don't you think?
That's what Edviga does. Carries
I
messages.
know what a courier is.
Come on, I'll introduce you to Ignash.
Everyone, stay where you are!
We have to go.
My father's an important man. Ask around with your superiors. They know him.
Where are your papers? What are you doing out after curfew?
I've been so...
Shut up.
Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for thou art.
Shut up!
Gloria Patri.
Put your hands up!
Saecula saeculorum. I delight in weakness.
That's enough! Stay down.
Sancta Michael Arcangelo, defending my security.
Come on! Schweine! We're going.
Lord, sweet present.
I explicitly told you to stay home.
I didn't know anything would happen. I'm sorry.
Don't spend your whole boatload of nonsense, hasn't he? All glory and valiance, yeah? Because that's not what this is.
He hasn't. He's just immature.
And you're not? They nearly got us. And they got Beata. And Stefania and Vito.
Were we followed?
I don't think so. It's a bit chaotic back there, huh?
Hela, what's going to happen to Beata?
She's gonna be fine. We'll get word to her parents. She has working papers. Her father has connections.
But what if she isn't?
Then it's the transit camps.
She won't last the week.
She'll be fine. If she works hard.
Beata work hard? And what if she won't?
You know as well as I do that there are better camps and worse camps. There's no telling where they might send her. The truth is they might starve her, beat her to death, force her into some sort of prostitution or slavery. They might even walk her into the street and open fire. I don't know. I should have insisted she stayed away. I should have pulled her out of there. I should have done a lot of things, but I didn't, and now she's gone. Just like that. Which is why you have to listen to me and stop acting like such a lunatic.
Not a lunatic.
I swear if you get yourself caught or killed, I'll
shoot me.
You have to stay alive.
What's this selflessness? Why should my life matter any more than yours? It doesn't.
I don't matter. I'm not going to sit idly by while the Nazis murder another member of my family.
You know, that goes both ways. What's the difference between you and me? I have 2 hands and a head, and I can fight. I mean, I want to. I must.
You must obey me. Last year, just before Tata disappeared, when he told me about the smuggling and the ghetto, he knew there would be consequences. And so he made me promise that if anything happened to him, I'd keep you alive. You're all that's left of him. I would die before breaking my word.
Things have changed since you left. I've grown. The promises you made then no longer apply. When he would think the same, he was a realist. If I can walk, I can fight. It's my duty.
It's your duty to stay alive, Elja. With you, the rest of us live on.
That's sweet, Helena. So I should just sit here quietly and wait for them to kill me? Wait for a bomb to be dropped, wait for a rifleman to open fire? Smart, yes. Really holding on to our legacy there.
No. You should hide. In the basement, I think.
Alone? In the middle of a war? I think it'll go fine for me. At least I won't be contributing.
I should have gotten you out years ago. I was so stupid. Come on, Kotka. Let's get ready for bed.
Open up, police. Open now. Yakub Lisievich, you and your wife are under arrest.
Arrest?
Officer, may I ask what for?
You know what for. Yesterday, your daughter Malgorzata was to be summoned for the labor office. She didn't show.
But we don't know where she is. We haven't heard from her in months.
She never got the summons, sir.
You didn't know.
There was nothing we could do.
Bullshit!
I'm not leaving my children.
We have 2 other daughters. Who will take care of them?
Shut up, you're coming now.
Just give us a moment to gather our things. Mister! Ah!
Shut it! We're going. Now. Get them.
Everything's gonna be alright. Come with Tata.
I hate them. I hate them. I hate them.
The more desperate they get, the more they seize.
Jakub and Irena have done nothing. And their daughters. Little Edita. She's got to be, what, 8 now? What will they do with an 8-year-old? Halo, where is Malgorzata?
She joined the Home Army. She's been hiding in the Kabatsky forest for a few months now. Training. Probably serving at this point.
So she's involved. And she's only a year older than me.
Alger.
But why wouldn't she turn herself in? She must have known they'd take her family she didn't show.
That's exactly why they didn't tell her about it.
They didn't tell her?
I mean, it would be hard to get word to her, even if they wanted to.
She's gonna be...
At least she'll be alive.
But at what cost? That's not living. Ayla!
It's late. We should get some rest.
But...
There's nothing we can do right now. Whatever we can do starts tomorrow.
For you, what about...
I won't argue with you anymore. I'm exhausted. Come. Say your prayers. For Mama and Tata. For Beata and Vitold and Stefania, and let's get to bed.
I'm not tired.
Honestly. Come to bed or don't, but I have to lie down before I collapse. Come, little one. Good night. I love you.
Pierwsze strzały, słychać strzały
Tajna kultura, lubię dziewczę pożycz smutki, dokąd cię mazura. Jeszcze jeden kroczek, jeden uścisk bratny. Trapka budziniaków woła, mazur to ostatni. Trapka budziniaków woła, mazur to ostatni.
It's been years since this belly has seen satisfaction.
I am not that bad a cook.
You poor, ignorant fool.
I consider my work edible, if not appetizing.
You really think the average potato Platsky should have the consistency of leather?
Oh, you little ass! You try making them from the peels the hospital throws out. Other than that, I make them the same way Mama did.
Oh? Did she supplement with sawdust too?
It's filling enough. Everyone's doing it.
Ah yes, how au courant.
Don't complain. We're lucky to have a friend in the hospital kitchen.
Ah yes, lucky. I think I've forgotten what an egg looks like, much less a chicken.
What are you talking about? I got us a nice chicken on the black market only last week.
Oh, is that what that was? I thought you cooked up on Tata's old shoes.
Come on. Tommy Smedgy.
I heard that, Poland fiend. Think you're clever, do you?
No, not at all, sir.
Think you can disrespect your superiors and get away with it?
No, please, sir.
Shut your mouth! I knew we should have shipped you all out to begin with.
Barbarian. Shh! He's going to have her killed for sticking out her tongue?
Hush, or the Heinrichs will hear you.
I can't stand it. No 1 second longer. I have to stand by to do nothing. To say nothing while they literally sleep in our beds and we barely exist on pig slot.
Citizens of Warsaw, a reminder that all acts of disobedience will be punished. Heil Hitler.
What's going on? It's too soon.
Starting?
You've got to get down to the basement right now. Take the potato peels and go.
Take me with you.
No, we've already discussed this. Come on.
You better not leave me. You better not die and leave me alone.
I don't want to die. I don't intend to die, but I can't control what happens to me.
Exactly. And you can't control what happens to me either. So why put me under lock and key? Odds are I'll die anyway.
Don't tell me what the odds are, Elsa. I know it's a risk. We can't avoid a risk, but you have to trust me. This is the safest way.
Are you even listening to me? I don't want to be safe. I want to be useful.
Halo, it's time. The fighting's already started and you lead to Miodova. Everyone's in position.
If we don't move now, we're going to get cut off. Take me with you.
No, damn it, get down to the basement now.
No.
Stop being such a child.
Not a child.
We don't have time for this.
What do you want me to do?
Elżbieta, if you want to help the cause, do as your sister says. Wait, Sigmund, please!
We have to go. I'm sorry.
But this is no time for tantrums.
Be a good girl for once.
Don't leave me.
You have to stay.
Halo, please.
Be quiet. Elsa, I just need you to stay alive. I can't do this unless someone in the family survives. And it has to be you. Don't leave me. I love you.
We have to move.
Listen. Listen, it's the uprising.
Resist in style.
What was that?
We've taken back the star of the Astra!
And the police station!
Zoshka, wanna go for a swim?
Ladies, look, I think the man-child is trying to flirt.
Trying implies lack of success. Look deep into your heart and tell me you're not attracted to this red blood hunk of charisma. See, it's impossible. Your brother is a god.
And he is. Irresistibility runs in our blood.
So what about Vola?
Haven't heard. They say it's been bloodier in the western sectors, but there's always tomorrow, right, boys?
Tomorrow! The city center too, yes?
Not all of it.
What about Ulita Kolevska?
I don't know.
I didn't have a pistol. No gun, you asked, no need. All it took was a broomstick, and I snuck up behind the crowd and I stuck it into his back. His arms flew up and the piece fell down. A sweet Beretta machine gun. Works like an absolute charm.
Always so resourceful, Brother
And
Molly.
did you see how we ran when the tower blew out? 15 feet of stairs coming from right beneath us. We fell the whole way.
I thought the little Skoska finally succumbed.
It'll take more than that to kill me.
Big talker. The only reason you're still alive is because Hela and I took down that tank before it finished the job.
Gotta say, I was impressed. Between the three of us, we dispatched quite a few of those bastards.
Now filth.
Yeah, Viga? We haven't taken back Ulita Kolevska yet. It's still in German hands. So they said they're throwing bombs into the basements?
Lena, we're all making sacrifices to be here. It's not...
We left her there. We locked the door and she was right. I have to go find her.
You can't.
What do you mean I
I took
can't?
an oath, Helena. To your country, to your unit, and you must obey no matter the circumstances.
But my sister...
You'll be captured or shot, and we can't afford that.
I have to.
It's desertion.
You're alive. How?
No thanks to you. Locking me in the basement in the middle of a coup? You're lucky I'm so clever.
I'm so sorry. So sorry. How did you even get out?
I crawled out the basement window as soon as you left and started looking for you. I had no idea where to go next. Bullets were flying already, so it took me ages just to get to the corner. Everyone was running away from the fighting, but I was running towards it because I knew I'd find you in the middle of it.
I'm so sorry. It was so stupid.
I tried to cross Piłsudski Square, but tanks were crashing through, firing on everything. The air was so thick, with the smoke and the sounds. I couldn't breathe, I couldn't see. I ended up spending the night in some basement, crammed with people and screaming babies, and the smell. The people were so angry, saying such damning things about you all. By morning, it had all quieted down, so I crawled out and kept looking for you. All the rubble and bodies. Any one of them could have been you. I felt like I was standing outside of my own body. It was so quiet. And then the wind blew. And bits of music and laughter rose toward me. I thought I was hallucinating. Then I saw our flag, flying high, waving in the open air. I followed the music, and once I got around that monstrosity, I found you. In the middle of, not a fight, but a dance of all things.
I'm so sorry.
I heard you the first time.
Think we might be rubbing off on her? Hey, Zigmush.
You don't get to take credit for this one, Field.
Stated like the heroine she is.
It wasn't heroic.
And she's humble too.
Alright, this is inspired. Our Elzbieta has performed a great feat. She's defied death, traversed alone for days on end, and her sister here, Hela. She says heroism is feckless. Well, I must say I scoff at that. Valor runs in our veins, we're Poles, Hela dearest. And so, I propose a toast to gallantry, a toast to fortitude and spirit, a toast to Poland, and of course, to Elżbieta the Valiant. Na zdrowie!
Would you leave the poor girl alone? Let her eat. I've heard you want to join. Well, when you're ready, come see me and we'll make you official, all right?
So, what's next, Pana Helena? Shall I tell you of my pure heroism at the Fall House? Or perhaps of our ill-fated expedition into the sewers of Neodota?
Do you ever stop talking?
Or we could spend our time a bit differently.
We should rest while we can.
Nah, where's the fun in that?
You'll be sorry tomorrow when you've got a hangover and 2 hours of sleep. I heard we're storming the ghetto borders.
I say tomorrow's tomorrow. The night is young, Hela, and so are we.
I feel a little guilty.
How so?
Just this attitude when so many are dead or dying. Or about to die. You know what they say, if you laugh too much, you're gonna cry. Any sensible person would say revelry has the victor's prize.
My love, that's flawed judgment. I'd say revelry is the only way to keep your sanity intact.
You think you're sane, do you? How ironic.
Don't be so tense, relax.
I can't dance with you. I don't dance.
Well, who was that lovely little thing I saw dancing with Ignash earlier?
It's different with Ignash.
How so?
I suppose you want to see Ignatza? He asked for me. He asked for you. Of course he did. Come on then.
Elżbieta Dobosh, are you ready to join the cause?
Yes, sir. I'd like to be a runner, I think.
No, we can't let her.
Hela, let it go. She's determined. The world's changed overnight.
I know.
Honestly, I don't know where she'd be safer. When you saw what they're doing to the civilians, at least here, everyone's looking out for each other.
That's true. I just wish... Come on, we should bear witness.
That's the spirit.
I pledge allegiance to the Republic of Poland. I pledge to steadfastly guard her honor with all my strength, even to the extent of sacrificing my own life.
I pledge unconditional obedience to the President of Poland, the Commander-in-Chief of the Republic of Poland, and the Home Army Commander whom be appointed. So help me God.
I pledge unconditional obedience to the President of Poland, to the Commander-in-Chief of the Republic of Poland, and to the Home Army Commander whom be appointed. So help me God.
Welcome to the Armia Krajowa.
Look at the two of them over there. Little lovebirds.
I always thought Helena was incapable of affection.
Seems all this defiance is finally catching up to her. Nobleman, who is this lewd strumpet and what has she done with my sister?
They'll get over themselves in a week or two.
We all might be dead in a week or two.
Well, then maybe they're right.
About what?
To live a little before they die.
You know, when I was little, I had all these ideas about the future. I planned out my wedding dress, my apartment, my children's names. I thought I at least would have been kissed before I died.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
Wait, don't!
Listen up. I know there's been some speculation that we're joining our boys in Vola tomorrow. Well, we are. Be ready to start breaking camp by 5:30. We'll be on our way by 6. In the meantime, try to get some rest.
It's late. Shall we turn in?
All right.
Figured. Took a war to tame you.
Tame?
Never.
Just exhausted all of a sudden. I feel as though someone's replaced all of my muscles with loose rubber bands. I saw the strangest thing yesterday.
Oh?
Last night, in that basement. Someone told this terrible story about how the Germans had set an apartment building on fire and locked the doors. a young woman managed to break a window and climb out. They grabbed her by the waist and threw her back into the flames.
Try not to think about...
I'd rather be shot than burned alive. But that wasn't the strange thing. Do you remember the 2 Gestapo agents who took Beata and Vitold away? Well, I saw one of them, sitting on the stoop of a bombed-out building, eating something from a tin. Then, there was this little white cat, covered in rubbish, sniffing the air not far from him, just walking past. And he called out to it, and it pattered over.
Oh.
I expected him to torture it just for fun. But you know what he did? He shared his dinner with it. Picked the little guy up and folded him into his coat so tenderly. I wish I hadn't seen that.
Even the devil's beard has a few golden strands.
I'm tired, Halo.
Close your eyes. Try to get some rest. Say your prayers for Mama and Tata.
Good night, sister.
Good night.
Heads up! I know it's early. You all know your positions. We're taking the offense west towards the Centaur's picket. Matiusz and Mikołaj to stay here to secure the area. Jadwiga is dispensing your munitions. Any questions?
Any answers?
We'll leave you in 5. Get yourselves together. Now I'd like you to stay behind with Mati and Mikołaj. Keep an eye on the supplies till we see what you can do.
I'm a good runner, sir.
I'm sure you are. But we're going to need some kind of way station between the front and the hospital. If anyone falls, I'll be counting on you to escort them there.
Yes, sir.
Is that all?
We have to spread them out.
Come on, I've got a good arm.
Go on.
What's this, vodka?
Why, you idiot? But a fool's curse is the last thing you need. Be safe.
You too, little one.
Falling. There are 2 snipers to the north, and a third to our east, so when we leave here, we need to go single file and hug the wall. Heads low. Advance.
Yes, sir.
We'll send for you when we need you.
Got it. Good luck.
You too.
I'll take the east end. You take the west.
You got it.
Is there anything I can help you with? Are you alright?
This? Bah, it's nothing.
I had polio when I was just a girl. You sure I can't help? Here, hand me this cloth. Thank you.
You're so young to be out here on your own. Where's your mother?
She died long before the occupation. Tuberculosis. When I was a toddler.
How sad for you to grow up without your matka.
No, it's fine. I'm happy she isn't here to see this.
What about your father?
He was taken away about 1.5 years ago.
Blessed Virgin, that's terrible. Have you heard from him?
Not a word. He just vanished one day. You know, our family used to own a pharmacy. It's been in the family for 3 generations. Of course, the Germans have it now.
5 years ago, when this all started, they showed up at my door and stole my son off to the west to work their fields. Only a few weeks ago, they took my daughter, too. Charlotte. She's in a labor camp off in Germany now, just 14. Not much older than you, I'd say. Only reason I'm still here is because of this bad leg of mine. Too useless, even for the Germans.
No, not useless. Not at all. If it weren't for you, we would have gone to bed with empty bellies. Your soup kept us warm all night long.
Well, we must all do our part, dear. But I'm not brave. Not like you are. Saving all those lives when yours could be lost in a moment.
You're brave too.
Me? All I did was sit idly by while the Germans took my babes away. One by one. But you all, you kids, you took matters into your own hands. I suppose it's hopeless, but I believe it's been worth it. I feel like I've been crawling on my hands and knees for 5 years, and for the first time in so long, I'm standing on my own 2 legs. Well, 1 anyway.
What do you mean it's hopeless? Look around you. We went back so much so quickly. It's only a matter of time before we win back the whole city.
No matter the outcome, you are heroes. Each and every one of you. You gave us our dignity, our humanity back. You made us proud to be Polish again.
Elzbieta! Quick, your sister! What happened? Sniper got her. She came to the doctor. Here. We gotta stop the bleeding. Jadwiga!
We'd stay to help, but orders, of course, go. Go!
Oh my God. You told me to stay alive and I did. I did my part, no, what about yours? Please. Wake up. What's wrong with me? Have I been shot? I think I've been shot.
Montage, water.
Am I dying? No, of course not. It's just a small wound, just a tiny bullet. We're gonna get you to the hospital and get it out. Am I dying? No!
Get your head into the fucking ground and bring us some water.
Here, drink this. It's okay.
Plans have changed. We came into the Senatowski gate. It's terribly fortified. We're coming under heavy fire, so we're going on to the iron gate to try there.
Start packing up. Will do.
Ignacy got word that the enemy line is swinging back this way. He says to pack up all supplies and get out of here as fast as possible. Me and Cecile should Bravo Square. He'll wait as long as we can, but...
What about Hela? We have to get her to a hospital.
He didn't say what to do about that, but it's all hands on deck. Everybody fired to the front.
You should just go. Just leave me here. Always trying to play the martyr, aren't you? Not this time. I forbid it.
Go back to the front, Marta. Tell Ignacy we'll be there. We'll figure it out.
Aye.
We can manage. What are you talking about? You can hardly walk yourself. We can get her on her feet. She can walk between us.
Meet us at the iron gate when you get her settled.
I can't. Kayla, you have to stand. Just a minute. No, just give me a minute.
One.
Come on. There we go. My leg doesn't work. Just one more step. 1 and 2. My dear, fierce little Elsa. Still trying to teach your clumsy sister how to dance. I told you, I'm not little anymore. I know you're bigger to me than the sky.
I'm sorry.
Elżbieta.
What's going on? Why are you in the hospital?
They were shelling us again.
Here.
The whole hospital's gone.
Come sit with us.
We have to keep moving. I heard there's a temporary hospital on Ulica Druga. Do you know if it's still in operation?
I don't know. We just got here ourselves.
Is that you?
Hey.
Sigmund, it's me. Hela. Hey!
What's wrong with him?
He's hurt.
Well, that's just a scratch. It's on the inside where he's really torn up.
Where's Piotr?
Have you seen him?
What happened?
I'll have to tell you about it later. But it was a good death. How about you, Hela? Are you okay?
Well, not really. I've got a raging fever. You know what that means. There just wasn't much medication, and sanitation wasn't... There were so many of us, you know? I'm not sure how
She's
much...
going to be fine, as long as we get her to Ulica Druga.
Have you seen anyone else from our unit? We lost track of Zofia and Mateusz a few days back.
Mateusz was stationed on the floor above us. One of the snipers, I think. But with the bombardment what it was, I mean, I didn't see him get out.
Oh, Marty. How about you, kid? You okay?
Fine. When I couldn't find you, I went back to the hospital to keep an eye on Hela. I didn't know where else to go. I tried to keep my oath.
I know that you did the best you could.
It was crazy there. They needed anyone they could get. The wounded were packed to the brim, 3 to a bed, mattresses all over the floor. Civilians, insurgents, even a few SS. Then, when the bombardment began, people blowing right out of their beds. Luckily, Hela was in the basement, but with each blast you could see cracks making their way across the ceiling. Plaster falling everywhere into open wounds. I got her out of there just in time.
My sister, Moja Sirena Warszawska.
There weren't any stretchers. There weren't enough able-bodied. We had to leave most of the wounded where they lay.
We all had to improvise. And we had control of City Hall for a while, but it's out of our hands now. Almost completely demolished. Ammunition was running out. And we're in retreat.
How long have we been at it?
6 days.
Only 6 days?
Zofia, where have you been?
How the hell did you find us? A few of us thought... We thought you must have gone to Vola, so... We went past and...
Good. Yo, did you see it up there?
What's the news from Vola?
It's Helen Vola. Like 39 all over again. The Germans are going door to door and yanking everyone out of their homes, out of their hospital beds. Men, women, children, combatants, non-combatants, they make no distinction, they shoot them all.
That's right. Can you hear them? I hear their souls rising in mass. Voices in the wind swirling upwards, going far, far away from here.
How many? Thousands? Thousands upon thousands, I don't know how many. And they pile the bodies in the streets. And they light them on fire.
Wait, but the Red Army is waiting on the other side of the Wisła. When are they coming? They were supposed to help us. That was the only reason we rose when we did. And now they're completely silent.
They're waiting for the Germans to finish us off. We all saw it coming.
It's over! It's all over! Why don't we just surrender now? End the massacre! Nothing will end the massacre. It's only a question of whether we meet it on our feet or on our knees. Feet, knees, head, toes, who cares? What is the point? What is the goddamn point? Did we think we'd be heroes? That we'd beat them, that the world would come to our aid?
Yeah. We did.
Pure insanity. The whole world has forgotten us. They turned their backs. Britain, France, America, they stood by and watched for 5 years while Russia and Germany divided us between them like a pie. You take this half, I'll take that. Why would anyone rush to our aid now? They're trading us like pawns in a chess game. And we walked ourselves right into their death trap. We're just doing their work for them. Come here and shoot me. Shoot my little brother. Shoot my mother. What about my babcha? A nice little old lady to kill. What fun. What fun. Come Russia. Come Germany. Dance the mazurka on our graves. We have dyed our rivers red for you with our little brother's blood. We rolled out the red carpet. Walk right on in here, Commandant, by means, by any chance, whatever. Is that a poppy in your lapel or is it blood? Have a seat at our table and feast on our souls. We have made it easy on you.
Come, Sigmund. Dance with me. The mazurka.
I was killed. Is he?
We buried him already. Bullets flying and shells falling all around. It was a hell of a send-off.
Tell us how he died. You said it was a good death. I'd like to know what that looked like.
Well, we had just commandeered a tank, and we were standing outside the wall of the Gershilka camp at a standstill. Troupe said something like, "Hey boys, we could bust them out of there." And of course, Sigmund and I told him no way. That's where their forces are the strongest. The Piot jumped in the tank and drove it straight at the wall. Just like that, we were through. And there were about 300 prisoners or so, all in their striped uniforms, thin as mummies, terrified. And then, one by one, they came up to us and kissed us. No words, but you could tell from their eyes, you know, what it meant to them. Anyway, Piotr came clambering out of the hatch when there was a volley of fire out of nowhere.
Was it all for nothing?
How can you say that? Even if we all die and the uprising fails, generations after us will be inspired by our sacrifice. Piotr died a free man. Only those who act free are free.
I'm almost there.
When we win the war, we'll eat hot halushki stew with bread straight from the oven, dripping with melted butter.
When we win the war, we will sleep in feather beds as fluffy as clouds. When we win the war, we will read poetry and novels under apple trees.
When we win the war, we'll go fishing on the Wisła and plant gardens full of tomatoes, carrots, and cabbage.
When we win, we'll wear fancy dresses with bare feet and eat angel wings and poppy seed cake.
When we win, we will study at the university and
become doctors, lawyers, and teachers.
we'll have chickens and goats and pigs, and our flag will fly from every tower.
We'll take hot showers and drink pivet cooled in the sand.
Get married, throw parties, and have babies.
We'll tell them that even when death was certain, we rose to free ourselves when no one else would.
We'll put flowers on every grave and remember.
Throw dirt